The Great One's Future by ParadexTM 8. The Kingdom of Ingratia, again? Rimuru Pav. I was sitting on my throne. Next to me my maids the primordial demon Minami and Vera. My queen. I thought about going to the underworld and resuiting the other primordial demons, Minami said. I looked at her. Why? Do you think I need them? I said. She flinched. I apologize my queen, this humble servant only wanted to do the best for you. She bowed. Explain your thoughts, I said looking at her. Yes my queen. I thought about taking the primordials with me because I could sense that lately someone tries to summon them. If they succeed in summoning one of them they could do a bloodbath for them. Knowing your kindness my queen, I thought that you don't want that to happen. She explained, and I must say she is a good subordinate. No wonder Guy had green and blue in the past. They're not fighting with only strain. I see you are right that I don't want to see a bloodbath of innocent humans, but these which have done evil deeds should die. I don't need to say that I simply kill the demon. Even when we fight in the underworld the primordials are like brother and sisters, like the true dragons my queen. I don't want that. You kill one because you will destroy the soul, and that means they will really die. I know it was a selfish request, please take my head as apology. I could see that Vera flinched at Minami's words, but she didn't say something about that. These two are really loyal him. I wouldn't kill one of my subordinates only because she has a selfish request. I patted her head. But don't you guys are bored as my subordinates? Of course not my queen, to serve you is the reason we are alive, Vera said, shocked about my statement. I see. So do you know who wants to summon a primordial? I asked Minami. It should be the kingdom where you teached my queen, Vera answered. So you too can sense the ritual? Yes. All primordial demon can sense it. They even could summon us, but because you are our queen they won't be able to, and I simply whooped kill those lowly humans, she said while smiling. We will talk about that later. It seems like we have a guest, I said while sensing someone coming to my castle. I will bring him to you my queen, Minami said and disappeared. Should I summon the primordials, at least white and black? I don't know. Then I waited for my guest. Surprisingly it was an elf, not only some random elf, but I could tell she has great powers. I looked at the elf. What is an elf doing here? Don't you know that Cerberus is in the castle on the ground and not at the mountain? The elf bowed. I simply heard some rumors about someone that might have freed a true dragon and is the master of Demon Lord Cerberus, she said with a polite tone. I see that are some annoying rumors, I said while looking at her. Who are you? I am the queen of the elven country. We looked over the great Jura forest. My name is Elora El Rusarian. I looked at her and then stood up from my throne walking down. I see Elora, you watched over my territory. Let us talk on a better place, I said while walking to my personal room. Minami and Vera followed us of course. While I don't know what my son is doing, maybe just sleeping, I should have named him Dino number 2. Elora Pav, we elves have a considerable problem. It is well known that humans take elves as slaves. My daughter got caught too. I hope she is well. But that's not the only problem we elves have. I heard about someone that is even higher than the Demon Lord Cerberus. This being is living in a black castle in Demon Lord Cerberus territory. So I went to the said castle with a few guards of mine. As I arrived I somehow had the feeling I only would get problems if I come with guards, so I decided to go alone. Then suddenly as I walked the path along to the castle a portal got created right in front of me, and then a maid with blue hair got out of it. My name is Minami. My queen waits for you, is what she said while bowing her head. Thanks, I said and followed her into that portal. As I got out of it I saw a goddess with blue hair and yellow eyes that seemed to already know who I am or what my soul looks like. This being is on another level as the demon lords. As I introduced me she said that I looked over her territory and that we should talk in a better place. As I followed her into another room we got on a balcony and she sats down. I too take a seat and then I looked at her. What did you mean with your territory, Miss Tempest? Rimuru Tempest, she said while I was struggling. Yes. Miss Tempest. I said. Then, did you notice the ruins in the forest? She asked me. Yes, we noticed them but never entered because we thought it would be something that would shouldn't doing and just let those ruins alone, I said honest. I see, I was the ruler from that place, he said, and then I remembered something, the name Tempest. The chaos creator Tempest. The country Tempest, demon gods. I looked at both maids and only noticed now that these two are primordial demons. I was scared. I am sorry to take your time, goddess. My whole body trembled. So you know about me, huh? I would like you keep that a secret, he said and then looked at me. You don't need to fear me like that. Why did you come to me? I would like to request your help to save my kind, I said and bowed as deep as I could even when I am a queen, but that means nothing in front of this being. Your kind? The elves? Why do you need my help? She asked calm. Humans are taking our kind as slaves, not only as beastmen that don't come from the demon lord too. Yesterday even my daughter got caught by humans. I couldn't hold back my tears, but then suddenly she took my hand to calm me down. Which nations are doing slavery? She asked me. Well, I guess most of all. But Ingrasia is one of the biggest in the slavery market, I said. I could see how his face darkened. Did I say something wrong? He let my hand go and then sat down after had Demon Lord Cernerus appeared out of nowhere. Yes, my queen? She kneeled. The strongest demon lord is kneeling, that I could see something like that happen. She then noticed me. Loris, long time no seen, she said. Hee. Yes, Demon Lord Cerberus, I said while trying to smile. You know each other's? Asked Rimuru. Yes, after all she is the queen of the elves and I like her daughter Fufu, Cerberus said. I see, then this job is the right one for you, Rimuru said. Yes, my queen, I will make sure to do my best, she said without knowing what to do. Humans are enslaving elves. I have decided to take the elves under my protection. You know what that means. Of course, my queen. These lowly humas dared to go against you. They should experience something way worse than death, Cerberus said while smiling. Her daughter too got caught. Make sure that she is alive and without any scar. Then your subordinates will kill all those who trade with slaves. Bring all slaves to me, she said in a demanding tone. Of course, my queen, she said and disappeared. Rimuru Pav. Really? Slavery? First they do experiments with human children and now even slavery. This dement kingdom, I should just erase it? I gave Cerberus her task and then looked to Minami and Vera. They look like they too don't like slavery. You two seem to want to do something to right? Just help Cerberus with her task, I said, and both of them seems happy as they said, of course, my queen. I then looked at Loris. Do you want to stay here? I asked her and she nodded. What about those guards that's standing down there? I looked over the balcony. You can see them from here? She asked surprised. Of course, was my simple answer. Then please let them stay here too, she said. MHH, I have enough place, but when even one of them looks at my daughter with filthy eyes, I personally will kill them, I said with a calm voice. Why yes, of course, and so the war, if you could call it war, against the slavery market began. The great rescue Cerberus Pav. As I became the order of my queen, I immediately went back to my castle and called all my subordinates to me. I was surprised when Minami and Vera also came. They didn't said a single word. Does this mean my queen is watching me? I need to do my best. Today we need to put an end to the slave market, I thought while looking on my generals. Cerberus Sama, who are they? One asked me. Tisk. How could he not know who they are? They are the subordinates queen, so show them respect, I said and looked at them. Today we will kill all humans that trade slaves in Farmanas, was once Falmouth, and Ingrasia. You won't let one single human get away with this, and then save all the slaves and bring them to our queen. After I said that, everyone was kinda motivated. So we can see our queen? We need to do it as fast as possible? I wasn't even once in the black castle you guys build. I can see the goddess again. Hail to our queen. I smiled by the moral these guys had. Sure, it's only because of my queen. Then let us begin at the border of the elven country, and then we will go Trough Farmanas and Ingrasia. You will look in every carriage you see, I said, and the generals disappeared. Then it is time we too make a move, Vera said. I will kill these lowly humans, Minami said. You two want to go? I asked them. Both of them nodded. Then who is by our queen who makes her the tea? Both of them got pale immediately, all three of them, now that Rimuru likes to drink a fr wesh brewed tea on her balcony. We should pay with our life. What are we doing? How can we let our queen make her tea on her own? Minami said. You two just go, I will take care of it, I said. After that I teleported into the kitchen of the Black Castle to brew the tea. Then I walked to her room and knocked on the door. Come in, Rimuru said, and she opened the door. Rimuru once again was sitting elegant on the chair on her balcony looking at something no one knows. Why are you here, Cerberus? Don't you have a task to accomplish? Rimuru asked me. I came to give you your tea, my queen, I said, and gave her the tea. Thanks, Cerberus. Did you really just came because of that? Yes, my queen, I said. My subordinates will do fine, they don't need me. Also Vera and Minami are there too. I see. Maybe I need a few more subordinates, my queen said. You can take some of the slaves we will rescue today, my queen, I suggested, and she nodded, sipping on her tea. Cerberus say, why can't be this world peacuffle? Why are humans killing monsters? Why are demons killing humans? Why are monster killing everything they don't see as one of themselves? Is what she was asking me. I could hear a bit sadness in her voice. Why can't they just sit on their balcony and drink peacefully their tea? My queen. That's a hard question. Maybe because it's since we can think that monsters killing humans etc. I said, but then Rimuru slammed the desk, breaking it into 2 pieces. Lies. I had created a country for humans and monsters, demons, spirits, for everyone. We had peace. Why does every one of you tremble this with your feet? Rimuru emitted her aura. I couldn't even stand anymore. I felt like this would be my last day. I wouldn't live tomorrow. Then suddenly my queen calmed down. The desk got repaired. She looked at the horizon and remained silent. I wasn't sure what to say, or should I even say something. I simply stood up and remained silent. I must achieve this peace my queen is thinking of. No, not I. We need to do it. I never want to see my queen like this again. In her aura there was pure pain. I could feel it. Am I even worthy of being her subordinate? You can go now, Cerberus. Serve the guests. We have some food. I won't come to eat with them, she said, not looking at me. I simply bowed. Yes, my queen. Then I left her behind. I felt terrible, as I would betray her alone with my existence. I shouldn't be the one serving you. Carrera-sama should be your subordinate. Rimuru Pav, I've got overwhelmed by my feelings, something that normally won't happen. I kind of feel sorry for Cerberus. Of course I heard her sad voice and I noticed her feelings, but didn't said something. I thought that just let her go to have a bit time alone or with others would help, so I ordered her to take care of the guests. As I heard her thoughts, I noticed that this was not a good idea. Well, nothing I can change at the moment. I am a terrible leader. You are not, Seal said. MHH? Did she said? I thought. I said you aren't a bad leader. Look at all your subordinates that are now gods. No one ever said you were a bad leader, she said. I looked at the horizon. It sure looks beautiful here. Vera, Pav, Minami and I were looking for carriages with slaves. After a few minutes we saw a kurige with guards. The kurige was like a cage, and sitting in it a few beastmen and elves. Minami, I said. Yes, I saw them. Let's simple kill them and get the slaves, she said. Alright, I will take those 3 at the back, you take the others, I said, and landed behind the kurige. The guards looked surprised after seeing me and pointed their weapons at me. Should I kill them with my aura? MHH, no, that will most likely kill the slaves too. MH, then classic, I thought, and summoned a sword out of air into my hands. I swung it 3 times and all of the knights died, simply beheaded. You've got lucky with that simple death, human, I said while walking to the kurige. Are you the daughter of the queen of the elven country? I asked, and she nodded in fear. Minami's enemies weren't so lucky. She used a few tricks to torture the soul of them. Well, I have no pity for them. I looked at the cage again. Listen, elves and beastmen. I will free you now, but my queen tasked me in bringing every slave to her, so you will follow me. She looked at them. Running won't be good decision. I then opened the lock and they stayed all behind me. Minami, I will take those back to my queen. You can go on, I said, and she smiled. Of course. Third Pod, this day will be known as the Great Rescue in the future. It was the day when the demon lord Cerberus tasked her subordinates to rescue all slaves at Farmanas and Ingrasia. Also, they burned down their headquarters and storage rooms. They slayed a lot of humans on this day. The streets were flooded with blood. Burned and cutted corpses were lying on those streets. It was all done in a single day. One of the biggest organizations got burned down. Not a single human soul survived, which was involved with the organization only the kings of Farmanas and Ingrasia. Humans later on will remember this day as an festival. Rimuru Pav, on the next day there were over 1,000 slaves standing at the entrance at my castle, behind them the demons of Cerberus. I looked at them. You all did a great job. You can go back now. They all looked happy about my praise, bowed, and then disappeared. The slaves were talking nervously among them until Minami shouted at them. Silence. My queen wants to talk. She released a bit of her aura and then no one dares to talk again. It was silent. Now then. My name is Rimuru Tempest. Those of you who want to serve under me can stay here, the others can go now. Cerberus will take you to your home, I announced, and all of them were looking at me with widened eyes, but no one moved. As expected, everyone wants to serve you, my queen, Vera said. Aren't they too much? I said inside. I looked at them. Then it seems we need to build a city here, I said and snapped with a finger. That snap created a city wall out of black stone, and I created some black stone as well, normal wood and things that we need to build houses. You will build a city inside this wall, of course only the adult ones under you. The children will come inside my castle for now, I announced and looked at Rosie, which was standing next to me. Can you take care of the children please? I asked her. Of yours, Mom, she said and left the balcony. You two will look over the adults, give them enough food and water, also look that they build good houses. Ask for help from Cerberus if needed, I said and they nodded. I then left the balcony and could hear the ex-slaves cheer my name. A little smile was on my face as I walked into my bedroom. Minami Pav, after my queen left, Cerberus stopped me and Vera. She explained what happened and that she wants to go back to hell to pay for what she has done. Cerberus, maybe you didn't know this because you have much more things to do and most of the time you are on your own, but I can say that our queen wouldn't want you to do this, Vera said. That's right, you would only hurt her when you go to hell. And what is with you subordinates? I said and she looked at me. But she said that I trembled. What she did with my feet, her body trembled. She didn't mean you, she was referring to everyone in this world including me and Velda because we are killing humans, what she hates. But that's one of the grounds we need to serve her. To gain this peace again for her even when it takes longer. I said. No one would believe when I tell them that the strongest demon lord actually has feelings, I joked. Stop that, Cerberus said and punched me soft. I just giggled. Vera laughed and then said, let us help the others to build up the city. After all, it need to be one of the best city of the world. We three nodded and then helped the new citizen of Black Castle. We should also look for beastmen that seems strong and that have potential to be a guard for this city, I said. Minami, you can be smart when you want, Cerberus said and giggled while carrying a black stone. Well, I think our queen could empower everyone if she want to, Vera said while helping a beastman to hold a wooden pillar. Well, after 3 minutes they got tired and used magic to help. Would you think primordial demons would carry stuff around? Of course not. Rimuru Pav, I was observing the progress from my balcony as I saw the 3 primordial demons helping and joking around. A little smile could be seen on my face as I remembered Testarossa, Ultima and Carrera. They now really look like children themselves. Normally they are so stiff and always like, of course, my queen. Compared to the age of you, dear, everyone on this world is a child. Seal joked and laughed. Shut it, miss, know it all skill, I answered. Well, of course, she pouted after I joked about her, but who cares, she looks cute this way.